Well, it's a very serious glitch, and I'm glad it was detected in time because it could have resulted into serious catastrophe. These are problems which are noticed by operators in flight. So until you don't notice them, in that case, the aircraft is behaving well. The right course of action is that once you notice it, then you take it seriously, ground the aircraft. Well, it's a very serious glitch, and I'm glad it was detected in time because it could have resulted into serious catastrophe because the elevator and aileron control system, which is showing the problem because of this glitch, controls the leveling of the aircraft. The altitude maintenance is done by this control mechanism, and suddenly if it becomes uncontrolled, it can, it starts moving to the nosedive situation, and pilot sometimes doesn't have a control on it. Luckily, the incidences which were noticed, the situation rectified itself, otherwise anything could have happened. And then, since there have been more than one instances, the immediate inspection was needed, and then they realized that it's a fleet problem, not the individual aircraft issue. So grounding is important, and it's the right decision, and it should be done as fast as possible because apparently they upgraded the software which is causing this problem, so they are reverting to the original software. So I think this issue will be fixed soon, but it would still be monitored because this problem has just resurfaced, and we need to watch how after the modification the aircraft continues to be, if there is any repetition of this nature.
You have come up with statement and guidelines. So how do you look into that? How they should be more aware about?
Look, these are problems which are noticed by operators in flight. So until you don't notice them, in that case, the aircraft is behaving well. So this is where the fleet monitoring is done. It is not something which you can anticipate. The machine has a behavior of its own. So I think the right course of action is that once you notice it, then you take it seriously, ground the aircraft, and bring the necessary repairs.
Even this is an impact on entire world travel. So how can you explain?
Well, I think when you have this kind of problem, it's a fleet problem, and in today's context, Airbus nearly commands over 50% of the world fleet. And the A320 is one of the most successful airlines which is in operation. So this is going to affect every operator, but I always believe that safety is more important than the frequency or inconvenience, because life cannot be risked at any situation. So I think people have to understand that this is for their own good. There may be disruption, they may perhaps miss a meeting or so, sometimes important appointment, but it's better to live for other appointments rather than take chances on safety.
So issued an emergency directives statement for this Airbus and DGCA also. So how government should work on this matter?
Once the service bulletins are issued, every agency, every country's agency, the regulatory agency which initially issued the service bulletin, they have to comply with the mandate, and the operators and the national air safety boards have no option but to ground the aircraft and bring necessary repairs.
Every day number of travelers travel by flight, but this kind of incidents are coming very often. What is the reason behind that?
This is one of those. This is one of the freak instance. It is not something which is happening every day. But you have to also realize that today the number of aircraft flying in the world is also huge, and when you're flying so many aircraft in the world today, some or the other problem will occur in some aircraft or the other anywhere in the world. So I think we need to monitor them, and despite all that, air travel continues to be the safest mode of public transport. And this industry is very vigilant about any defect, any problems which occur on the machine or the people behind the machine. So I think the safety mechanism is very tight here, and there is no doubt that any instance of this nature needs to be thoroughly investigated and corrected.